So, our today's guest is a woman career growth coach. She's on a mission to empower millions of women to climb the professional ladder and reach a leadership height. As a coach, she is specialized in enhancing skills, boosting productivity, and navigating the path to a career success. Swati, welcome to my show.
Thank you, Anuradha. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much, Swati. Uh, Swati, the very first question that I have for you is if you would like to share your personal journey and, any key milestones that has led you to become a woman career growth coach and as a head of a department in a large organization.
Sure, thank you. So sharing about my journey, it's been a pretty long journey. I have been working in the corporate industry for almost 24 years now, 25th running. So yeah, I started very early in my life, actually. Not that I'm too old, but yeah, I started pretty early in my life. I started working when I was only 16 years old. And I started basically after just immediately after class 12, in Bombay, we have this thing that you can after class 12 you move into college. Till that time you're in school. So I started working after that because I was very ambitious and I really wanted to explore my what my passion is, what my potential is and stuff. Started working with small companies, but actually my major turnaround happened when I entered into training, which is in the year 2003. That's when I started my journey of becoming a trainer. In 2003, I joined this company called Circo, which was earlier Infovision. And in that company, I think I spent the maximum time. I spent about 7.5 years in that company from 2003 to 2010. And in that organization, I saw my rapid movement. I moved from a trainer to an assistant manager training, deputy manager training, manager training. And when I left that company, I was already a GM training. I was handling Pan India training for them in 2010. So I found a passion in training. I found that I was probably made for the stage. That's what I realized, and I just enjoyed it. I just completely enjoyed it, and completely enjoyed the learning journey. Uh, yeah, and I think ever since I've been into management positions for quite some time now, over a decade, probably more than 12, 13 years, I've been into management position, handling senior operations, senior training operations for large organizations. But when you say, yeah, when I talk about coaching journey and why I chose to be a woman career growth coach, particularly, is because as I grew up the ladder, what I realized is that, not many women are really, there is a stagnation point. I mean,
Hmm.
women, they move up from an associate position or a junior position. They move up to becoming a manager or sometimes senior manager. The maximum that you see is maybe a general manager. But at senior levels, at vice president levels, at CTO, CEO levels, head of department levels, you don't see too many women folks there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, despite the fact that we call ourselves a progressive country and a lot of, I mean, in fact, my organization right now as well, we are emphasizing a lot on women education and women learning and all of that. But still, in India, we have less than 7% women who are at leadership level.
Hmm.
That is where I felt that pinch, because I've seen myself. I know if I talk about myself as well in the journey, I've seen myself seated in a boardroom of almost 40 plus men and me being the single woman. So that is really pinching. I mean, someone may say that it's very exciting for you, but it's pinching as well at the same time, because why not too many women? Why are there not too many women at that level? And they have potential, they have the caliber, but still. So that's where I thought that I should step in. I really I love that women grow and women helps other women to grow. So yeah, that's what the motive was, to become a woman career growth coach. And I'm helping in all my capacity as many women as possible to grow up the ladder.
Lovely, lovely, Swati, and what a phenomenal journey,
Thank you.
many more success coming your way. So,
Thank you.
Swati, with your 24 years of experience, right, would you like to share some of the most valuable lessons or insights that you have gained during your career transition?
Mhm.
If you would like to share, maybe at your workplace or with your clients, even for that matter.
Hmm. Interesting. I think many lessons. 24 years looks like almost, like a silver jubilee after 1 year. But yeah, I think many lessons I've learned through the year. And I think I've been blessed with a lot of good managers, good mentors, I would say. Now some of them have really become my mentors and helped me in my journey. I think one of the biggest lessons that I've learned from one of my early mentors, she was the person who actually made me join the training. She was an inspiration for me because of whom I joined training. I think what I learned from her is that leadership is not about telling people or dictating people what you want them to do. That's what a lot of leaders do, right? Instruct people, dictate, I want you to do this. But it's more about influence. What I learned from her is that leadership is about influencing people to do what they want to do, and they will do it for you because they want to do it, not because you want them to do it. So in the bargain, it's a win-win situation for both me as a leader and the person who's sitting next to me, because they feel empowered that they're doing it out of their wish and will, and not because they have been instructed to do so. So I think that's one of the biggest lessons that I've learned. Many other such lessons, but I think one of the other things also that I've grown up the ladder and inculcated as a learning for myself is about, since we're talking about learning, is about being a lifelong learner. I think one of the things that you should have in you is a hunger for learning, an eagerness to learn new things. The more we suppress ourselves, and that's what people do. I see people when they move into leadership levels, they feel that they know it all. They feel that we have seen the world and we know everything, but that stops your learning, that stops your growth. So I think for me, I call myself a lifelong learner, and I love to keep learning, keep gaining more information, getting more trainings and stuff done. Yeah. So that's some of the lessons that I've
Awesome.
learned.
And even, that is one of my principles too. And I really love to learn and enhance my skills. The moment we start being the awareness that we know everything, which means you are out of the track, right? But when you invest in your learnings, when you invest in your skills, that
Hmm.
shows up that how you're evolving as a person altogether, right?
Very true. Very true.
All right. So, Swati, as you mentioned of being an NLP practitioner and emotional intelligence coach and, certified
Hmm.
life coach and career coach, how do
Hmm.
these certifications and skill plays uh, your coaching approach at maybe at your personal work as well as in your team management?
NLP has really really impacted me, I would say. I think NLP, before NLP, post NLP, Swati is completely different. I think what I learned from NLP, for everyone, whoever's hearing us, I think NLP, the full form, there are two distinguished full forms, so I'll try and say that. So NLP is, the one that I'm talking about, is about psychology. It's about neuro linguistic programming. It's about understanding your neural pathway. It's about understanding your brain patterns and how you behave, why you behave the way you behave. It's about understanding human nature. Right. So when I learned that, and when I learned, and I'm still learning, by the way, I'm still going deeper into that concept. I'm getting advanced NLP certifications as well for myself, because it's
Wow.
very intriguing, when you come to know about human beings. I mean, like what Earl Nightingale also says, our mind is the biggest unexplored territory on in Earth, right? So that's what happens. We can go and explore anything out of the world, but inside our mind only there are so many things which are happening. So how NLP has helped me, NLP and both emotional intelligence training has helped me in understanding people better, is that it has really helped me become very, very, understanding, and very, very, I come across as a person who can, whom you can open up very easily. So I understand human psychology. I mean, I can gauge with NLP, with the help of NLP, I can gauge, I can read the person's body language, read the person's expressions, gestures, unspoken words, and also sometimes, kind of hit on the right spot where the person really is troubled right now. And
Hmm.
that's the reason why, it's very funny, but a lot of my mentors also say that, a lot of my leaders also say that, how is it, Swati, that people in half an hour or 1 hour that they spend with you, they go out crying and they're talking about their entire life's journey and everything with you. I mean, they really open up. I don't call it a gift of the gap, or I don't call it a God's gift. I think NLP has really helped me to do that, to be
Hmm.
able to read a human, mind and behavior, and to be able to interpret, and to put the nail on the at the right point, where it is that's troubling them. And then
Yeah,
when the person, and people, what do they want? People want someone to listen to you. The moment you
absolutely.
offer an open ear, they are like all out. I mean, that's the biggest happiness, or I would say a venting part that they get, right? So yeah, I think it's really helped me in my coaching and my leadership as well. People have been very close to me all throughout. I mean, in my entire journey of 23 years, 24 years, I've still had people working with me 20 years back who are still in touch
Mhm.
with me, and, they're very fond of me. But I think NLP has taken me to another level where I have understood myself, and I'm trying to understand. Will not say I've understood people. Yeah, I'm trying to understand people better. Yeah, it's really helped me.
Great. So jumping on to the next question, Swati, as
Sure.
a content creator, okay, on
Mhm.
a platforms like YouTube and a podcaster,
Mhm.
what are the other type of contents do you create to support women in their career growth, add value to their life, and what impact you have seen from all of this?
Interesting question. I think content creation I've been doing for quite some time now. YouTube channel started about 3 years, 3.5 years back. Podcast I've been sporadic off and on, but yeah, YouTube channel started very early. Instagram, LinkedIn has been really picking up for the last 1.5, 2 years now. And Instagram, Facebook, yeah, I'm a known face there. So I think my content hovers around, obviously, for keeping in mind women and working women at the core. It hovers around all aspects of where women, the touch points for working women. So, financial freedom being one of the most important ones. I think working women, many working women, they know how to work and they know how to fetch the money, but how to manage the money. I still feel that, we need to learn a lot about management of finances. So I talk a lot about that. I talk about work life balance because that's something which working women, working mothers particularly, struggle a lot in that area. The guilt, the shame is there that, I'm leaving my child behind and working. So I talk more about that. And I also talk a lot about the emotional quotient, about how to deal with biases for women. I talk about how do you handle your own beliefs, your own limiting beliefs. This is my favorite topic, and I do a lot of sessions on limiting beliefs as well, inside my organization and outside as well. So yeah, I think it hovers around women and all the touch points of a woman's life, be it her own beliefs, be it her financial independence, be it about career and growth. Obviously, I mean, because I'm a career coach, how do you give interviews? How do you present yourself? How do you dress appropriately? So, yeah, from all that gamut, wherever she goes, wherever she, her touch points, I kind of create content around that. Yeah.
Awesome. So could you share us, any specific strategies or techniques that you specifically use to assist your clients in
Mhm.
terms of NLP?
We were talking about some techniques around NLP and what
Yeah,
techniques and
strategies. Yes.
strategies I use. Okay.
Yeah.
So I first and foremost, I'd like to talk about one of my flagship techniques, not my flagship, but one of my favorite techniques of NLP that I'm known in my community as well, and in my community of coaches and otherwise as well, for my timeline technique on goal setting. I love the timeline technique, the timeline coaching technique on goal setting. So a lot of people still struggle a lot with a format of proper formulative robust goal setting methodology, and timeline coaching particularly is very useful when you put them into a time tracking mode, and put them into a journey where they can actually see their goals actualizing. And if there are any pitfalls, if there are any roadblocks, any challenges, they can identify for themselves in using the timeline coaching technique. So it's really worked wonder for me and a lot of my coaches whom I have trained in the past. I think also what I specialize in is more on action orientation. So I have a community that I'm driving right now of working professionals, which is called Action Takers Hub. So in that as well, I am promoting action taking. One of the things that people don't take action is because of procrastination. So I help them overcome procrastination, building new habits. One of the biggest challenges people have is to build new habits or to remove earlier bad habits, whatever has not been serving them, basically. So yeah, I work around that to help people build new habits, formulate, and to be able to consistently follow those habits. So I do a lot of 21-day challenges and stuff like that. So yeah, these techniques I use generally in my sessions.
Awesome. So, Swati, we are going to have a rapid fire questions for you. Okay.
Sure.
And we want you to answer them rapidly. So, the first question is like, if you could describe your coaching style in 3 words, what would that
Coaching
be?
style in 3 words. Okay. I would say empathy. Um, yeah, I would say curiosity. I ask a lot of questions. And I would say being present in the moment. So I'm generally in the moment with them. Yeah. So that's my coaching style.
Awesome. Any book that has created a profound impact on your coaching philosophy?
I love Anthony Robbins, Awaken the Giant Within. Yeah, Tony Robbins. And I'm currently reading. This is the third time I'm reading The Atomic Habits. I love that book. So yeah, I just talk about that, the principles of that a lot. Yeah.
Great. What's your go to mantra or affirmation for the burst of positive energy?
Okay, go to mantra. Okay. One recent quote I would say, and I there are many such mantras, and over a period of time, trending mantras come into play. But yeah, recent mantra that I keep using a lot is that motivation can get you started, but discipline is what will help you be consistent and win the game.
Wow, that's you have put it so beautifully, and I completely resonate with this discipline word. So yes,
Yeah.
discipline is a key. Awesome. Uh, you're a night person or a morning person?
If it depends really. I mean, actually, I'm both. If I'm out for a party, I can stay out all night. But morning person, because of my morning routine, my fitness routine, I love to get up in the morning and I hit the gym every day. So yeah, I think at least 5 days a week, not every day. Yeah, at least 5 days a week. So yeah, I'm actually both. Depends on the situation where it is.
Great. What is that one piece of advice you have received from someone who is very close to you?
One piece of advice I have received from someone who's very close to me.
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting. And I have to think about it now. It has to be politically correct, right? Okay. I think I trust pretty quickly till today. Although they say once bitten, twice shy. So I probably haven't developed that habit as of now. I still trust people a lot. So yeah, my close friends, my family says that you shouldn't be trusting so easily. But I don't know. That's a habit. It probably will take some time to go.
All right. Which is that one habit one hobby which you always wanted to learn and you still have that thought in your mind?
Hobby I wanted to learn, and I still okay, salsa dancing.
Wow.
Yeah. I have learned many forms of dance, but salsa I haven't because I've always been struggling for a partner. So yeah, so salsa dancing I still have a hobby to learn.
Awesome. Thank you, Swati, for answering these questions. Uh,
Thank you so much. Interesting ones.
yes. So the other question is, what are some common challenges
Mhm.
that women face in their career journey, and how do you in person address these challenges in your coaching style?
One of the challenges, I think, quite a few. As I said, working women. It's when you say women and working women, especially
Mhm.
is already a challenging role. Keeping it in consideration, it's not challenging, I would say, but the kind of societal expectations that we have around a working woman. That's the reason why it makes it more challenging. So I think
Hmm.
first and foremost is the balance act of balancing, balancing between work and home, balancing between things at home and children and work, and your time management around those things, and having a balance of your time and judicial energy as well. I think that's one thing. Second is, I think also, like I said earlier, guilt. A lot of guilt is there within women that they are not able to spend time with family, spend time with children. They are not there during their growing up years, etc. So yeah, I think I handle all of that. And another thing is, which I am working on, is a lot of women consciously stepping down of for than taking on responsibilities, on the fear of that. Okay, if I go up to the next level, I'll have to spend more time at work. I'll have to travel. So
Mm.
stepping down consciously also is another challenge which a lot of women are going through. So I think all these depends really. First and foremost, I am a believer that whatever happens is, first your mindset needs to be changed. You need
Mm.
to reframe your mind first, more than putting them into an action plan and suggesting those techniques and strategies. That's later. It's about first believing that it's possible. So I think a lot of work I'm doing around in my coaching sessions and in my training sessions within my community and outside as well. Like I said earlier, limiting beliefs, I work around that. I work around empowering, implementing empowering mindset and habits, small habits. I think the act of gratitude, the act of self love, to be able to dedicate time for yourself, those are the things that if you inculcate in your daily routine, just to start off with, then you move on to larger and bigger things to attack, right? So I
True.
think that's where I start from. In if any person comes to me for a one-to-one coaching also, or even in my community, I start with a small habit creation thing about gratitude journaling, about goal setting, about taking care of yourself, spending time with the me time, like they say. So that is where it all starts, and then move on to larger things about how, okay, if you're doing multitasking, or if you're handling three projects at the same time, then how do you do that? That is where you have strategic thinking and critical problem solving techniques, etc., introduced. But in the
Yeah.
beginning, it's more to do with reframing your mindset and helping them understand, okay, this is doable. Someone is already doing that, so it's doable. So yeah, that's where I work on.
Lovely. So, Swati, would you like to share us more about your community structure? I mean, how people can reach out to you, and if you would like to give us the insights as how you bring people in your community.
Sure. Thank you so much. So my community, like I said, the name of the community is Action Takers Hub. Okay, and this is again, it's an open community. While I'm a woman career growth coach, that's my branding. But in my community, we have men and women both. It's a working professionals community, I would say, because I did not want to keep any gender parity there. Because we're talking about all working professionals having similar challenges. I'm not really addressing
Absolutely.
a particular gender there,
Yeah.
but that's more on to productivity management, action orientation, and this community. It's basically the entry in the community is through a level one. So we have level one, level two, level three courses, but entry in the community is through a level one course. And they can attend one of my webinars, or they can also DM me through my Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn. Any of my pages, they can DM me, and we can get them the route to join my community. Where and once it's a lifetime access community, by the way. I've curated a 3-month journey program where I come live every week. We call Thursday 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. a learning hour. So I come live every week for my community, bring in more modules, bring every Thursday a new learning session. And we have a very curated 3 months journey. Every quarter we change the journey as well. So it basically starts with mindset changing, habit forming, etc., and then moves on to career orientation, how to build powerful resumes, how to profile your LinkedIn, how to brand yourself. I talk a lot about personal branding. I introduce a lot of AI tools as well, Chat GPT, Mid Journey, all of those AI tools as well, because that increases your efficiency at work. And then finally, on how do you negotiate, brand, and get yourself a good position. So basically, in 3 months, a person who enters my community, if they are regular with me, they will be able to see a massive movement in their learning and get to that desired position, salary hike, designation, whatever, in 3 months. That is the journey program that I have curated for them.
Awesome. Would you like to share any success story of any of your students who has got this kind of results?
Yeah, many success stories. While it's a very early stage in my community, we've just completed 6 months, not
Wow.
even completed 6 months. So we've got, I think I would say, in my known circle, probably this is the fastest growing community. We have 60 plus people in the community so far, and many success stories, working professionals as well as non-working professionals. Without taking names, obviously I can talk about it. One of my recent team members, the recent news, I would say, not recent team members. She's been with me for quite some time, but recently I got a news that she's got 68% promotion, a salary hike from one job to the other job. When she jumped, she got 68% salary hike, and she was struggling to even get the bare minimum 10% appraisal every year for the last 3 years. So I'm talking about these kind of success stories. I'm
Wow.
also talking about yeah, I'm also talking about a woman who has been an English language teacher, teaching home tuitions from home, earning about 10-15,000 per month. Now she is earning 100,000 per month regularly every month, and aiming at 200,000 every month. So, and she's building her own academy, by the way. She's training working professionals, IELTS training, all of that she's doing. Yeah, so many such success stories, but it gives me a lot of pride to say that, because and happiness, obviously pride and happiness, because seeing your students grow, that's the biggest achievement for a teacher, a biggest gift for a teacher.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you, Swati. Thank you so much for sharing so many insights with all of us. And I'm sure that audience is going to get lots and lots of value from our conversation. Which
Thank
is
you so
that
much.
one habit, Swati, has been a game changer for you?
One habit which has been a game changer for me. Okay. People call me Miss Consistency. So I think that is the habit. Anything that I start, I don't start things very easily. I mean, it's not that I don't start. I do it if I like it, I do it. But I try to be consistent as possible. And I think I've seen the results. As small as, we're just going to the gym every day. For the last 5 years, I've been doing that regularly, even after an accident. So I think I've seen the results, and I'm very happy with that. So that same thing I replicate for all parts of my life. Whatever is serving me, I am consistent on that, and I keep doing that. And yeah, results automatically happen. So yeah, consistency is a habit.
Awesome, awesome, Swati. Thank you once again, Swati, for
Thank you.
sharing your experience with all the viewers out here, and wish you uh, lots and lots of success for your community, and you may grow further with whatever the aspirations you have for yourself. So thank you once again.
Thank you so much, Anu. It was a pleasure talking to you, and thank you so much for having me in the
Thank
series.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Swati.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.